So don't any reporter ask me again about Hasan Piker. It's not what November is about.
Hasan Piker is a streamer in California. You would think, if you turned on any media, that this whole campaign is about a streamer in California. That's not what this campaign has ever been about. This campaign has always been about the ability to afford your groceries in Michigan, the ability to send your kid to a good school in Michigan, the ability to see a doctor in Michigan. Those are the questions I'm interested in answering and asking.
You know what the better question is here? Why is it that Abdul El Sayed wants us to forget about Hasan Piker? Why is he having to make public statements on live TV about Hasan Piker? Why does he want me and you to get amnesia about Hasan Piker? Because he's doing damage control. And just to give you a great example of how bad it really is, one of his surrogates, a congresswoman, went on to CNN, and even they won't let her forget about Hasan Piker.
I'm a reporter. Why can't I ask you about Hasan Piker when he has campaigned with Senate candidate Abdul El Sayed?
Look, I'll tell you what I'm tired of. I'm really worried about health care. I'm worried about reversing the SNAP cuts. I'm worried about hunger. I'm worried about affordability of groceries and gasoline and housing and a broken healthcare system. And quite frankly, everywhere I've gone for the last 10 days, someone throws a camera in my face or a phone in my face and asks me questions. I don't agree with them. I've made it very clear. People need to be able to talk about the issues that are at stake in November. And a streamer who I don't understand why he's got so many followers is not on the ballot, is not what is at stake. The person that we elect and what they're going to do in the Congress and whether they're going to rubber stamp what comes out of the White House or reverse the health care cuts that have cost millions of Americans their health insurance is what matters to me.
Well, listen, Congresswoman Dingell, if that's what matters to you and that's what matters to Abdul, why campaign with Hasan Piker to begin with? See, it's different in regards to doing a podcast, right? Even on our show, we've interviewed Ken Paxton, Byron Donalds, James Fishbeck more recently, but none of these individuals actually campaigned with me. That's a whole nother step. And then let's go deeper. Not only did they not campaign with me, but I wasn't there on their primary night, standing next to them on stage, answering questions alongside them. No. That's what Hasan Piker was recently doing, as if he's one of the top surrogates and faces for the campaign. Now Abdul wants us to forget about all of that. No, thank you, sir. We won't forget about it. We won't let people forget about it, because people need to know how desperate and how low you're willing to go just to get their vote.
Hasan Piker is that guy, that terrible roommate, that radioactive presence in your life. And Abdul El Sayed wants to cut him off. There's only really one way to do, which is to evict him. And that's very difficult to do when he got you there, when he found the apartment, when he put the deposit down, when he paid the security deposit. Hasan Piker is Abdul Sayed. Mike Rogers calls him their running mates, and Mike Rogers is right in Michigan. But Piker is also a running mate for every Democrat who's gotten close to the DSA, who's DSA adjacent. They all have Hasan Piker problems. And the only way you get out of that, and I don't even know if it works, is to go in front of the cameras, look it straight in the camera and say, I denounce Hasan Piker.
Well, me and you both know Abdul is never going to do something like that. That would be essentially political suicide for whatever's left of his campaign at this point, including Bernie Sanders. It's interesting he has nothing to say about him or AOC anymore. I wonder why that is. It's the same reason why AOC recently tried to appear as if she was a moderate, because they know their crazy ways are not going to help them in this midterm election. Now, in case you needed a reminder about how pissed Debbie Dingell got last night in regards to the questioning of Hasan Piker, look no further.
I'm done. So don't any reporter ask me again about Hasan Piker. It's not what November is about. Republicans are trying to make it. They're trying to divide us. And we got to stop letting them try to divide.
Well, okay, let me get this straight. So you're telling me that because we are criticizing you guys for campaigning with someone who is anti-Semitic, racist, hateful content, political violent content, celebrates the assassination of Charlie Kirk, incites political violence against Jews. Yeah, I guess criticizing that person means we are seeking to divide you guys. Who knew someone could make that mental calculation in their mind? It's craziness. And by the way, there are some people doing damage control, and then there are people who are just straight up delusional. Look at this person who went on to Newsmax yesterday and tried to defend this entire mess. Take a listen.
The issue here is that the 30,000 people who watch him every day, plus the millions later that watch the clips, they know that he loves America. They know that he would never.
Does he love America more than China?
I can't finish. Just let me finish. He's often rage baiting and reading comments that other people have sent to him, and then they clip it and take it out of context. The reason that audience was upset was because they knew that he was trying to placate people who deliberately took him out of context. He stopped explaining himself. This is, and it's really not even just the Republicans doing it. This is the establishment Democrats who know what they're doing is wrong, but they're doing it anyways because they're trying to get people like myself who are Jewish to be afraid of the DSA candidates. That's why this is happening. If you want to get it right and you want to get the truth, then actually do the research and look at him in context.
I've watched Hasan Piker a lot.
Okay, so their response to people like me and you is we need to actually watch him more. We need to watch his full clips, all right? Because whatever we've seen up to this point has all been taken out of context, right? Saying that America deserved 9/11, then doubling down on it, taken out of context. Saying that Jews are to blame if they get violently attacked in America for being pro-Israel, taken out of context, right? Let's not even get to the full-out assault that he had on his dog in his room, by the way, which is one of the reasons why he first caught attention, all out of context, right? I mean, I'm not stupid and neither are you, so I'm not buying this whatsoever.
Show.